Okay, here are your homework solutions for surface area of a pyramid. We're going to use this formula. So we're going to start with 1/2. L is the lateral height. That's that slanted height here. Sorry. L is the slanted height, which is 20.7. P is the perimeter all the way around. So this is a square. So the perimeter is 11, 11, 11, 11, or is 4 times 11. This is one step. And then B is the area of the base, which is a square. So you take one side and you square it, and then that's what you would type in your calculator. Let's do that and see if we get the same answer together. If you're at home, you can use Desmos, right, to type it in. Or you can wait. And I get 576.4, and that's inches squared. Number 2. Again, I'm going to follow this formula. So it's 1/2. The slanted height is 8.2. And the perimeter, this is an equilateral triangle. So it's 6 plus 6 plus 6. That's 18. And then the area of the base, which is a triangle. So half the base times the height, which is 5.2. And then type that all in your calculator. So 0.5 times 8.2 times 18 plus 0.5 times 6 times 5.2, and I get 89.4 yards squared. Great job. All right, this is a cone. So it is pi RL. So the radius is 8 and the slant height is 13.6 plus pi r squared. And the radius r is 8 and the slant height is 13.6. That's the formula, and plug in. I get 542.8 millimeters squared. Again, I'm going to use that formula for a pyramid. So it's 1/2. The slanted height is 11.1. The perimeter is 4, 4, and 4. That's 12, and you go 4 plus 4 plus 4. Plus the area of the base, which is half the base times the height of the bottom triangle, and then type that in. So 0.5 times 11.1 times 12 plus 0.5 times 4 times 3.5, and I get 73.6, and that's meters squared. Number 5. So 1/2, the slanted height is 12.8, and the perimeter 9999. So it's like 4 times 9 or 36, plus the area of the base, which is side squared, and then put that in the calculator. So 0.5 times 12.8 times 36 plus 9 squared, and I get 311.4 feet squared. Back to a cone. So the radius, you have to divide this by 2. So 17 divided by 2, 8.5. So I need to use that number. So it's pi, and then it's the radius, and then the slant height, plus pi r squared. So I need to use 8.5, and then type it in your calculator. And that's what? Kilometers squared. That's a big area right there. That's a big, 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 big cone. Here we go. Kilometers. Wow. All right. Number 7, you're not going to do. Number 8. To find the slant height here, the slant height is the hypotenuse. So that slant height, we're going to go, the direct up height is 20 squared. Halfway from here, halfway is 15. All the way across is 30, halfway is 15. And then I'm going to call it L, and I'm going to square it. So I'm going to solve that. So I'm going to go 20 squared plus 15 squared And then I'm going to square root that answer. So it's the square root of 625, which I know is 25. So that's my slant height, is 25. The perimeter, if I go 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30, is 120. And now I can use the formula. So it's 1/2. I'm going to multiply those together. Plus the area of the base is 30 squared. And now type it in. So 0.5 times 25 times 120 plus 30 squared. I get 2,400 feet squared. Number 9, we need to know that slant height. So that's 4.5 across. So I'm going to go 4.5 squared plus 20 squared equals that slanted height. So I'm going to square it, add it, and then square root at the end to get my answer. So let me do that right now. So 4.5 squared plus 20 squared. So that answer is 20.5. When you add and square and then square root this at the end, that's the answer you get. So the formula, I need that, and I know the radius is 4.5, so it's pi r L, those are the numbers I have, plus pi r squared, and then type that in the calculator. And I get 353.4, and that's millimeters squared. Number 10. Again, I'm given a slant height, but I need to find this length right in here to understand the base. So to do that, it's 15.4 squared plus x squared equals 17 squared. So in my calculator, I'm going to go square root 17 squared minus 15.4 squared to type it in one step. And I get 7.2. So if I go 7.2 and I double it, which is 14.4, that gives me the whole length across. That was only halfway, so all the way across I need 14.4. Then I can write down the formula. So it's 1/2. The perimeter then is 14.4 times 4. Let me just write that down. Then 14 times 4. And the slant height is 17. Plus the base, which is 14.4 squared for a square, and then type that in. So I have to redo it. And I get 696.96 centimeters squared. Number 11, a cone and surface area. So I need to write the formula down. And then in the question it says the surface area is 290.6. It says the radius, the diameter is 10 divided by 2. So the radius must be 5. And then to find the slant height. So I'm going to plug in the numbers I know, and then I'm going to solve it. So I'm going to go 290.6 subtract. This is 5 squared pi. And then I'm going to divide by 5 pi and get my answer. So I'm going to put parentheses around this when I type it in. It looks like that, 290.6 subtract pi, 5 squared. Close the parentheses. So look at that. And then divide by 5 pi. And I get 133.2. And that's in meters. doesn't feel right. Let's try it again. 290.6 subtract 25 pi, get an answer, and then divide that answer by 5 pi. Is that the answer? Yep, it's right. Okay, I'm not doing a hexagonal. 13, this will be our last one. Don't do 14. So a triangular pyramid, equilateral base, side length. So we know that it's 1/2 the slant height and the perimeter plus the base. So we know the area is 214.5. The slant height, I don't know. The perimeter. So to find the perimeter of the base, we're going to go 4 times, it's a triangular pyramid, so 3 sides. So 3 times 10 plus the area of the base, which is a triangle, so it's half the base, times the height of that triangle. So if I do that right, I need to find this height of it. This is actually a special right triangle, so it's actually 5√3. So I'm just going to write that in and help you out. That's a 30, 60, 90. Go with it. And then I'm going to solve it for you. So 214.5 subtract times 5√3. And then divide that by 15. All right, things are getting rowdy there. So I get 11.4. Just go with it. Mr. G Math over and out. Great job doing your homework. Until next time.